I'm going to give you 4 words right now that could completely transform your marketing, your sales, your business, the results that you are able to get, that you're able to generate. Those 4 words are simple offers make sales. Simple offers make sales. You can write this down. You can like tattoo it on your arm, or maybe don't tattoo it, but if you have a board full of reminders like I do, or a bulletin board or whatever, this might be one of those things that you just want to put up there as a great reminder. I a few different places of inspiration for this, but honestly, this is something that comes back to me over and over and over again as a marketer, as a copywriter, as somebody whose job is to make sales and persuade. That if you create a very complex offer, and more importantly, if you present your offer in a very complex way, it becomes so much harder to get people convinced to buy. So, for example, the other day I was talking to someone who had an offer that they put out in the marketplace, and this offer was a pretty good offer, and it was focused on getting the person a specific result. It was a business related offer, like, I'll help you get this result, right? But in terms of packaging the offer, they didn't package it. They said, oh, I'm going to help you get this result, and I'm going to give you this item and this item and this item and this item. Oh, and there's this item and this item and this item and this item. And there's this item and this item. But it came across as like, as they were describing it, I didn't know how all those things fit together and I didn't have a lot of confidence in the offer because I didn't have a clear, a clear thing to wrap my head around. Versus, hey, I have this offer for you. It's going to help you get this result. It's called this. And when we implement it, it'll get you this result. Done. Period. And most of the time, for example, when I sell my copywriting services, I don't even get into the deliverables of the offer until I'm handing the client an agreement or until we're trying to figure out what exactly is going to go into the agreement. We have already made the deal at that point. We have already established. All that we're doing is getting it down on paper. But what it comes down to, like when I'm selling a funnel to a client, there may be all of these different pieces of copy, all of these moving pieces. But ultimately what it comes down to is I say, hey, I'm going to create a funnel for you that is designed to convert cold traffic into buyers at favorable economics. And most good marketers who understand the power of converting cold traffic into buyers at good economics just say, okay, let's do it. Where do I sign? Like, where should I send the money to get started on this? And it's the simplicity of that offer that works. Now, I have all of this complexity behind it. I have all this complexity behind it in that I understand that this simple offer that I'm making is going to include, ads to drive traffic, emails to drive traffic. It's going to include opt-in pages. It's going to include one or more main VSLs to test. It's going to include upsells, downsell, multiple upsells. It's going to include maybe some email follow-up sequences. It's going to include all of these different elements, right? But the way that that's packaged is I don't go through a list of all the different elements to convince them that what I'm doing is effective. I really chunk it down into this container that is my offer. That is, I will create a funnel designed to convert cold traffic into buyers. And if you want to work with me to do that, here's my fee for it. And it's like it gives somebody something to grab onto, right? Completely different example. I go to a restaurant and they don't ask me, oh, well, most restaurants do not present a menu where it's like, oh, here's the entree, and here's your choice of spices on the entree, and here's your choice of sides, and here's your choice of, this, that, and the other thing, and all these different elements. Yes, there's some customization available, but mostly when a restaurant offers you dishes on a menu, what they say is, here's what our chef has packaged for you. And so there's going to be an entree, there's going to be a primary side, maybe there's going to be rice or some other grain or whatever it is. Like, there is a package that you are ordering, right? That is the meal off the menu. And is there room for customization? Some. But also, the chef is not saying, hey, how would you like me to spice this steak? No, the chef has their way that they spice the steak or spice the whatever it is, right? The way that they add flavor to it is packaged for you to give you the best experience. And honestly, some of the best dining experiences that I've ever had is when I've trusted the expertise of the people working at the restaurant to even go above and beyond. And I say, here's the parameters that I'm thinking, or here's what I'm hoping to get out of this meal. But I want to trust your expertise to recommend something. And as long as it fits within these general parameters, be the expert. And especially if you're selling a higher ticket offer, being the expert is the relationship that you want with your clients. And the best clients will behave like I like to do at a good restaurant and say, I just want a great dining experience. Can you give me this great dining experience? Well, your potential clients, your prospects, whatever, for your offer, say, I just want this result. Like, can you present to me what it's going to take to get this result? And that may be it may be complex behind the scenes. What you do to fulfill on it behind the scenes may be complex, right? There may be all these different moving pieces and things that have to exist in relationship to each other, etc. If you're doing copywriting like I do, like, it can be a ton of different pieces of copy that have to line up, and there has to be a flow between them as far as the customer experience. But when it comes down to it, that's not what the client's buying. The client is buying, hey, I want this result, and you have something, you have a process, you have a package deal that will get me this result. And the most successful consultants or experts or creative service providers, such as copywriters that I know, they have a limited number of packages that they sell. And this limited number of packages, each item is built slightly differently, but still fundamentally the same, where it simplifies the presentation of whatever system it is that they use to get results. And so you break the process down and you say, like, if you want this result, for example, if you want to be able to convert cold traffic into buyers at favorable economics, you need a funnel. You need the funnel that I create for you. Now, the funnel that I create for you has these three main elements. The first is how you're going to drive traffic. And so I build the elements that are needed to get traffic into the top of the funnel. And then the second part is how to convert them into first-time buyers. So I build an acquisition, a piece of copy that is designed to acquire customers for the first time, to get them to spend the first dollar with the business. And then the whole thing needs to happen at favorable economics. So I create upsells. I help define the upsell process that maximizes the cart value, the 0-day value, the customer current value and lifetime value through these different offers that are made following the initial transaction. And so it's traffic conversion, economics, with a hat tip to Perry Marshall and Jack Bourne in 80/20 Sales and Marketing, the tactical triangle that he presents in that book. My method, I say, if you want this result, this is what you need. Here are the main elements of that. And if you want to know the details, we can talk about every single deliverable in there. And I can like, if you want to know the details, I can tell you every element that it needs to contain. But fundamentally, what this is me simplifying a very complex offer that I could just describe as a whole list of things. But as soon as I describe it as a whole list of things, people are saying, well, what can I take away? What can I change? What can I modify? How can I cut corners, etc.? And that's not going to benefit them, and it's not going to benefit me. And so instead, I offer a very simple packaging. Hey, you want this funnel? Here's what it is. Take it or leave it, but here's the terms on which I will create it for you. And that kind of simplified offer is just so easy to say yes to if that offer promises the result that you want. And so when I say simple offers make sales, simple offers make sales, the more that you can simplify the presentation of your offer, the easier it will be to make sales. And honestly, like this, I've been talking a lot about service-based offers, right? If you're selling a service like copywriting, but the exact same thing happens with product-based offers, and especially information product-based offers. It's very easy to get into to get lost in the weeds of presenting every single element and all the different parts, and this contains this and this contains this. But you have to remember, the more you overwhelm people with information, actually, the more likely they are to get confused or feel like they don't understand enough to make a buying decision. And so if you can at all simplify your presentation of what they're actually getting. So say, this program contains this main component and these supporting components, and it's designed to get you from where you are to where you want to be. It's designed to get you this result. And it's very simple. Like, here's the main component, here's the core components, here's why each of these are important, and they're going to get you this result. And it's always focused on, this is built to get you that result. And the more that you can focus on that, the more that you can remember simple offers make sales, the better your persuasion messages will do, whether it's a one-to-one conversation with a prospect for your high-ticket service offer, or whether you're writing copy that's designed to go out to thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of prospects. The more simple that you can make your offer, the more the easier it is for them to wrap their head around, oh, if I get this, I will get this result. If I get this offer, I will get this result. The easier it is that to wrap their head around that idea, the easier it will be for them to say yes and to make the purchase, and the easier it will be for you to make the sales. My name is Roy Furr. This has been a video issue of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. I'd love if you'd leave a comment below. Let me know on a scale of 1 to 10, how valuable did you find this and why? What are your action items? What are your takeaways? How is this going to get you to approach offers in a different way? Also, tap that like button before you go so you get more content like this delivered to you. And so the magical algorithms of the internet will share it with more people like you who will find it valuable. Also, subscribe here, and subscribe at breakthroughmarketingsecrets.com, where you'll get my daily emails Monday through Fridays with reminders to watch these videos, as well as exclusive content for email subscribers. And if you want to go deep, for example, I do offer a training library. It's at btmsinsiders.com. There's a link in the description. And for example, if you're a copywriter, one of the it's like Netflix, but for marketing and copywriting training, where you just pay a monthly fee and you get access to everything, instant streaming access. You can watch as much as you'd like. And one of the trainings that was added recently was a behind the scenes training on creating a client funnel from scratch. And it describes this big complex project, right? But how it's presented simply, and kind of the thinking that goes into something like that. And I'll include a link in the description with this as well, if you want to check out that training, and check out BTMS Insiders in general. If you found this video valuable, there's a ton of great content in there. And I'm even adding more content on offers very soon as I record this. Again, Roy Furr for Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. I always aim for 10 out of 10 value. I hope that I've delivered it here, and I look forward to seeing you again in your next video issue. See you soon. Bye.